Hey guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to The Casual Puzzler. Today, we are finally breaking open this puzzle here from Cavallini & Co. It has been out on my shelves for over a year and I'm finally doing it and I'm so excited. I often get questions of like what the tube puzzle is in behind me, so I'm excited to break this one out today. But before we get into me doing the puzzle, if you want to skip ahead, there are timestamps down below. But before we get into the puzzle, I just want to give you a little bit of history and backstory about the brand, a little bit about it, and then I'll do the puzzle, and then we'll go into my experience. The founder was Brad Parbury, and it was in 1989 San Francisco, and he had a huge collection of 19th century artwork and anatomical charts and maps, and they are all very, I feel like when you look at the images, it will make sense. I'll put some on the screen, but they all look like they would be on like a classroom wall where they are very more poster-like, and I kind of like it. It's kind of nice and bright and colorful. They started off as a stationery brand and they still sell stationery and calendars. I absolutely love pretty much everything that they have on there. They also have some aprons and just a really cute gift shop. Like I feel like if you had to buy something for your mother or grandmother or another woman in your life, or maybe a man in your life, but you just want to have like a really cute gift, this would be a great option. They don't sell directly, but they do sell in a whole bunch of different places, and they have it really easy to follow on their website of like where to go for certain things, so I think that was really helpful. They do carry 500 and 1,000 piece puzzles, and they retail between $16 to $24. I often will see them on sale on certain websites too. Like I know that's where I got Barnes & Noble, and they were buy one get one half off when I got them, so you'll probably get them on sale somewhere. So I think pricing is pretty comparable to a lot of other brands right now. I will say I was very inspired. This is totally tangent. I was very inspired when I was looking at their Amazon items because they do carry their posters as gift wrap. And I just think that's such a good idea because I have so many puzzles here that I have the extra poster, but I don't use them, and just to use it as gift wrap, that sounds like a really fun way to use something that's just like sitting in a box. Now, if you're going to sell them, someone may want the poster, but if you're going to keep it forever, you're not going to use the poster. That's a good idea. Anyways, that was a total tangent. I just thought I would share that little tidbit with you. They do have a lot of fun things, but they're all based off of the same imagery. And what I thought was very interesting when I was reading one of their articles and interviews, they were saying how they really don't care to be trendy. They just want to do puzzles and create puzzles that they love and images that will just be timeless and classic. And so I just really appreciate that mindset and not just trying to like copy anybody else. They're just doing their own thing, and I really hope this quality is as amazing as I want it to be. I've seen very mixed reactions with this puzzle brand. Either people love them or hate them. On Amazon they have like 4.9 out of 5 stars, so I have very high expectations right now. But I will say, the first things first, the packaging. Let's just look at it together and then I'll show you like the pieces and everything over on the puzzle table. But this packaging, one, is cute. It is cute. It stands out, you know, it's not a regular rectangular box. There are kind of gives you the vibes again as they're just doing their own thing. However, I will say I have done puzzles in a tube before, and I much more prefer a puzzle in a box that is flat because it's easier to see the full image. And one thing that is really cool about their brand is that they are plastic free, which is always a nice little touch. So it looks like the puzzle is made in China. As far as I can see, all the other items are, a lot of the items that I noticed are made in South Korea. So we'll see how the quality is, but I'm just gonna open this up because one thing I think is super cute, it just comes off like this, is that since they are plastic free, all their puzzle pieces are in this little bag, and it does look like there's a poster inside, so that's good. Let's just go over to the puzzle table and see this in person and up close because I have really high expectations. I hope I love them because I could see me buying a ton more. Anyways, let's just go over there and check this out. Alright, so here is my tube of puzzle pieces. We're playing around with some lighting and setup today, so hopefully it is okay, but I'm excited for this. Let's just open this up. Alright, so here is the full image, and then we have the pieces. Image, I like that the poster isn't like massive because it's easier to maneuver, but I do know that I'm going to constantly be misplacing it and putting it in the wrong spot, so maybe I'll actually like tape it up somewhere so I have it in one dedicated place. But that's one of the reasons why I love having more of a traditional square or rectangular box versus a tube, because I usually work from the box cover, and this time I have to work from a poster, which it is what it is. I'm totally fine doing that, but That is one reason why I just am not a huge fan of tubes. Anyways, let's open up these pieces and see what they look like. Alright, so here are the pieces up and close. They are super bright and colorful. I love the coloring a lot. Variety of piece shapes, just like traditional cuts. They do have a paper backing and they are a decent thickness. If you had put like these versus Gallus and Mud Puppy next to each other, I would assume they were the same company. So if you like those, you would love these. They don't have much of a shine, just a little bit of light to them. Other than that, like the pieces seem really nice. You can see that a few are still, didn't cut all the way through, and I'm always nervous when it is a paper backing to pull them apart because it may rip them off, but that's okay. These pieces look really nice, and so I have a feeling I am going to like it, but we'll see as the puzzle goes on. And it looks like all the edges have like this frame around it, so it doesn't look super tricky, and I do like that there are a bunch of puzzle pieces with words on them. We're just gonna get into this. I'm excited. So I thought I would share some things that I've been doing recently that I've changed a little bit about like my sorting style. So I recently have not been doing like a big massive sort, which I didn't do too much anyways because I just don't have the patience. So things that I have been enjoying is either keeping them all just faced up on a poster board here and then just pulling pieces out and putting it on the poster board that I'm using, or doing something like this where I'm putting them in the trays from my puzzle board. So they're just like nice, long, thin boxes, and I can put them away if I want them to, but they are just a nice large surface area, and then just pulling out like a certain color, a certain thing as I'm going versus just having like an hour in the beginning to sort. So I've been enjoying that. So I think what I'm going to do, just in case you want to know strategy, is I am going to take out the pieces that are the words, like the bees and honey. If I see other words, I think those would be easy too. And then any of the red pieces, so these flowers here. So that's my first initial goal. I'm not going to be taking out edges just because the edge is pretty similar the whole entire route, unless it's something like this where the red is actually on the edge piece. So I think that is what I'm going to just do, the red, maybe just flowers in general and the words. It might be a lot, but I think it won't be too much because there's a lot of this like tan color. So that's my plan currently, is just to do that, just because I'm just not a huge fan of sorting. It just isn't fun for me. So I'm going to take out these red pieces and the words. That's my plan. I also think just because they're very distinct, I'm going to take out these purple flowers too, because those are easy. Alright, so I did a little bit of sorting. All my pieces are now face up in my trays here, and I just have one sitting next to me on this bench and then the other one right here, so I can easily grab like whichever color is next. Pretty, like it's only maybe like 2 deep, which is good. But I sorted, I have the beehive, which I think I have all these pieces, but I also think I may have some flower pieces in there as well, so may not be the best sort, but I thought they were pretty easy to distinguish, so I grabbed them. I have all of my words. Clearly you can see the ones that are the bees and honey at the very top, and then the smaller words. I have the purple flowers, the red flowers, and then I did pull out all of these. These are all the pieces that were still stuck to its mate. So some are, as you can see, hopefully you can see on this one that it hasn't even been cut all the way through. Same with this one. There is one piece, which, this guy here, which does have a little bit of damage to it. So quality-wise, it did not check all the boxes for me, but I do love the colors, and I feel like the image will be super fun. So I just wanted to show you all of these. There's quite a bit of them. So if that's something that you don't like, that's something to mention. Hopefully this one will flatten out once it goes right side up, so that way it doesn't affect the puzzle much, but we're just going to get into it. I'm probably going to start with the bees and honey words and then move on to flowers. Alright, I am back and I did finish the puzzle last night. It didn't take me all day to do. It took me maybe 6 to 7 hours to do. So not crazy hard. I just had taken a break for like dinner and then hanging out with Dave. But I really enjoyed the image a lot. I really think it was super bright, very colorful, and I like how it is like organized. It was just really pleasant to do. And I will say the pieces are very similar to Antelope that I've done before. And I feel like if you compare them to like Galson, Mud Puppy, Antelope, like those all kind of have the same vibe where they have a paper backing, they have a really good fit. Like I can move like huge sections at once, no issues. But I think for the full price, I may pick one up 1 or 2 times, but it's not like a brand that I'm like reaching for and seeing all their new images on Instagram, you know? So I do like them and I did enjoy the experience. I do wish that they did not have a tube. It's cute decor purposes, but as far as practicality, it's not the best because you have just the small little, you just have the small little sign right here and then you have the poster, which the poster is a good size. I think it's nice that they included it. I did misplace it quite a bit. It would slide off my tables quite a bit, so it's just kind of annoying doing it that way. I would just rather have a box. So that is it for me. Thank you so much for tuning into this video and thank you for handling the changes in quality. I know things have been taking me a little bit to get things right since I've moved into this new space, but I'm excited for it. I have lots of big plans coming and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.